All right. A Michael Jackson resurgence, the stupidity of gender reveal parties, and a draft of the things we'd rather buy than the $40,000 to $100,000 plus seats to the Knicks and Spurs NBA Finals games. All that and more on the #1 Millennial podcast with just the right amount of overthinking. Midlife Crisis.
We are two lifelong friends taking on pop culture, sports, and the undefeated Father Time. I'm Jeff.
I'm Adrian.
And this is episode 54. Let's go. All right, Adrian, let's start with this. Why did we miss last week?
We missed last week because Jeff doesn't know how to use technology.
Right. That is exactly right. Explain for him.
I'm just kidding. No, it's not your fault. Yeah. Here we go. Get your shots ready for context. We recorded last week. We had our friend Isaiah on the pod. Had a great episode. We recorded for an hour and a half. Great episode. Probably one of like our better episodes. And then
40 minutes.
It was. We were yapping. We were chopping it up. I go to edit the audio, and then lo and behold, Isaiah's audio is just not there.
Mute.
And basically would not have worked because the majority of the episode Isaiah was talking. So it would have just been me and Jeff like just nodding in silence.
Nodding and replying to stuff that you can't hear. I was so mad. I literally woke up, I think it was Thursday morning, and I was just bummed the whole day because of it. So
yeah, no,
is what it is.
I was mad at you.
I believe it. I understand.
I'm just kidding.
But
no, it's all good.
What's the phrase? You can't cry over spilt milk. We're back, baby. We're ready to rock.
We're back. It's June.
It is June.
And
what are we doing for June?
We are not drinking. We're not drinking. We're doing dry June.
Dry June. Me, Adrian, and a couple of our buddies, I think, as well. Let's see how long we can go. I think we can get it.
I think I'm going to stay consistent with it. I think you will too. We'll see.
Well, we're on day 2. How you feeling? You said that you were like, oh my God, I got so much energy.
I know. Before we started recording, I'm like, hey, like, I feel good. It's only been 2 days, but like, I feel good. I've never gone 2 days without drinking.
That's
a joke. That's a joke.
I'll go through periods where I'll take a few days off of the beers and I'll be like, this is nice. But then, I kind of miss them. But yeah, we can do it. Yeah. Full month. June's only got 30 days. We can do it.
Yeah.
So we're, what are you sipping on right now?
I'm sipping on, what is this? Bubbly?
Show the camera.
Water?
A little bubbly
sparkling water.
I got the LaCroix.
You thought I was joking. I also got a Capri Sun.
I knew you weren't joking. What flavor?
The fruit punch. Kara only likes the fruit punch for whatever.
I got a little DC Diet Coke action, cherry flavored for the taste. And I also got, these are my current favorites right now, the Corona non-alcoholic beer. I've been calling them my Nas.
Mm-hmm. And is it open? Was it open?
Yeah, it is open, yes.
Mm-hmm. So I know you poured the real Corona in there, brother.
You're crazy. So I'm drinking my Nas.
This episode, getting some slur in the words, brother.
Nah. All right, let's start with this. For news, pop culture trends, this has been, in my classroom, a topic of conversation with a lot of my students, and that is Michael Jackson is having a resurgence. He's coming back into Gen Z pop culture. He is probably, at least in my classroom, all that they want to hear during lunch, before class, as we're leaving class. They're always saying, Mr. Warren, put on some Michael Jackson. And I wanted to ask you if you've seen that as well, maybe at your work, with other people that you associate with the younger crowd. Do you also feel like Michael Jackson's having a comeback from the grave?
I don't get out enough to notice this. Cairo is probably like the closest reference of someone else, outside of our generation. He knows who Michael Jackson is, but there hasn't been like a change. I never had the interest to go watch the movie. Have you seen it yet?
Well, that's the thing. Like I was kind of shitting on the movie because I didn't want to watch it. I saw I got bad reviews, but all the students came in and they said, Mr. Warren's good. Go see it. Go check it out. And they loved it. And I think it's interesting because I, don't know the entire catalog of Michael Jackson, the Jackson 5. Wasn't a big fan growing up. And to them, it's like they're discovering brand new music or this, this icon that's, that has never been around for their life. And they're putting me on some of his music that I haven't heard of before, which I think is really cool. Some of them wanted to do a moonwalking, competition in class because they're learning that move. So I just think it's cool. They're teaching me. Like I said, for us, I think when we were little, we were seeing more of the memes of Michael Jackson and the news stories of all the controversy that was going on with his life. So I think that mattered more when we were little than his actual music. And to these kids, to my students, they don't care about the controversy. They're just enjoying watching like the biopic and listening to his songs. So pretty cool.
So you never listened to Michael Jackson growing up?
No, my parents never were big fans. And, all my music taste came from my dad. So that's probably one of the reasons why. I'm guessing a lot of people our age, they heard Michael Jackson from their families, but it just never was really playing in our house.
Yeah, I listened to a lot of Michael Jackson. Not like full catalog. I can't tell you like, oh, this song's on this album or, but yeah, I remember Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5 too. I never really got into Prince though, but anyway, that's a separate topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Good. Why can't the younger generation just get their own shit? I'm just kidding.
It comes in cycles. When I first started teaching in 2018, it was Mr. Warren play Migos or play the current hip hop that was the not ratchet hip hop, but like the trap music that was popular. Mm-hmm. And now it's just different, and I think that's awesome. And they're kind of taking control and power over like some new music that they're finding themselves. So pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it is cool. Plus, I mean, it's great music. It's timeless. So.
Right, timeless it is.
All right. Let's go to this next one. So I think I sent you this post where it was ranking the most attractive hobbies, male hobbies, in the eyes of women, according to, I forget what it was. It was like a poll from like a dating site or something, and they got all this data. And at the top, number one most attractive male hobby to women, it's reading books. Reading books, yep. Brother. So
do you believe it?
I kind of don't. I feel like.
What do you think?
Okay, here's my take. At first, I read it and I was like, okay, maybe. And then I have like some friends that are girls that I feel comfortable enough to be like asking these questions for research.
Yeah.
So I was like, do you agree with this? What do you think? And they're like, I mean, I hope he reads, but like I'd rather him go to the gym, or cook or whatever. And I was like, okay. But I mean, also it could have just been them too, right? Like not placing it as high on their list of priorities.
Do you think it's because reading is just so different than the typical like alone activities that guys do? When you compare reading to video games, it's probably more attractive that the guys are reading something hopefully that stimulates the mind or actually has some like artistic value than us playing Call of Duty for 3 hours straight.
I could be wrong here. I actually don't think it's that. So, and what I was going to get at is I asked these questions and then it was quickly followed up with basically them saying that they just don't want like a guy who's an idiot or just dumb, someone that's stupid. So yeah. I think this is just one of those answers that people give. Just like the way it reads when it's like on a screen or on paper and you submit your answer is different than like really what I'm trying to say is it seems to me like they're really saying like, I just don't want a guy that's stupid.
That's dumb. Okay.
Yeah.
At least he should look like he's smart. Even if he's not, he should look like he knows how to read. Let me ask you this.
He should look like he knows how to read.
He should at least be able to hold a book up the right way and pretend to read. This makes me think of when LeBron would be on the first page of a book for 4 months straight, remember? And he'd be reading before games. Let me ask you this. When you're looking for a female partner, is reading the most attractive hobby for you?
I mean, I would hope that everyone... No, okay. So to give a clear answer, no. Like you don't have to read books. Like literally have like a book, be in a book club or have like a monthly book that you read or whatever. But you definitely have to be someone that's always trying to learn.
Okay,
that could be like I don't care. Like I mean, would you consider audiobooks? Like, does that count as reading? I don't think so.
Yeah, I think it does.
Okay. All right.
Because
okay, fine.
Especially if it's real literature or nonfiction stuff that's important, for sure.
Okay. All right. Then we'll throw it in there. But for me, it would just be the most important thing for me is just you're always trying to learn something. It doesn't have to literally be reading a book. Just reading, processing information, gathering some sort of knowledge from something.
Okay. What about
That's
this?
more important for me.
Is it attractive to you if you walk into a coffee shop and you see a pretty lady in the corner with her matcha or her, iced latte, whatever, chilling, reading a book? Is that attractive to you?
Okay. So yeah, to add to what I was saying, I do think that people, anyone, man or woman, they do stand out if they do read a book. Just because, I mean, now, especially with attention spans like Reels, you're doom scrolling and ChatGPT and AI, most people don't have the patience to just sit quietly and relax their brain and not have all these ADHD intrusive thoughts to just digest and take in information.
Yeah.
So I think like it says more about the person than whatever they're actually reading. Like it's more about the action of reading than the reading itself, to me.
I think also when I see anyone, to be honest, in public just reading a book, I want to know what it is. Maybe that's just me, but I'm curious. Yeah, the book. I don't
Dr.
usually
Seuss.
I mean,
hey, mama,
I'll count that.
Green eggs and ham.
Yeah, but like I want to know, what is it that interests you so much that you can put the phone down and be in public by yourself, reading a book. I think that's cool, and we don't see it as much nowadays. And also, when I'm doing it now, because I'm trying to get back more into the hobby of reading, I kind of feel better about myself, and I guess feel cool. I feel not powerful, but like a little mysterious. Like, dang, he's out in public, reading Grendel or whatever he's got for his next book club meeting. So it's a hobby that I'm trying to push forward in myself too. Still.
Is that what you guys are reading right now, Grendel?
So yeah, this next month they finally asked me what book that I would like to choose for the next meeting, and somehow we got on the topic of Beowulf, the old poem. And I've never read the actual poem of Beowulf. Maybe I did back in high school, but I don't remember it. But I teach, and I have read the book Grendel by John Gardner, which is kind of the spinoff of that. I think we read Grendel in our senior year AP Lit class. Do you remember that with Mr. Herrera?
Yeah.
Do you remember the book?
No, I didn't read that.
But it's good.
The test though.
Yeah, you probably cheated off of me.
No, you're in the other side of the classroom.
Yeah,
I don't even think we're in the same period.
I was covering my paper from you because I knew you'd be cheating.
You're one of those.
It's so good. It's such a good book, and it's all about the monster, Grendel, that Beowulf eventually kills by ripping his arm off, and he bleeds out. And it's told from the monster's perspective. And it's a short read, and that's what they wanted for, a summer month book club, kind of a short, light read. Every chapter is associated with a zodiac sign and a philosophy. And there's 12 chapters. So each chapter changes, and it kind of grows along with Grendel's mindset. And it's just so good. So I'm excited to discuss that one this coming month.
Gotcha. I threw something on the list. I haven't gone through the full book yet. But I did start this book, Life and Work Principles by Ray Dalio. I'm about maybe a quarter of the way through. Don't know how I feel about it yet. Don't love it.
What's it about? Is it just about how to be more productive?
So Ray Dalio, he's one of the most like what's the word? Like just admired
businessman?
Yeah, like investor. He has an investment firm.
Okay.
And so this book is basically about principles that he's learned over his life and applied to his life. He's basically like methodically tried to figure out what makes things work to try to to objectively give a black and white reason on why things work or they don't work. So, and it's like his attempt at putting it in this book.
Are you going to finish it?
I'm going to try to. I will say that as I've read it, I've had moments in the book where I'm like, okay, like this is cool. But then other times I'm like, okay, yeah.
Is it common sense?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's
Okay.
not anything that I'm like, wow, this is innovative.
Brain busting. Okay.
Like I never thought of it that way. So
to another random dude, might it be,
maybe
knowledge that's like just like
I don't know,
firing on all
the section that I'm at right now, he's talking about what is the word that he uses? Maybe I need to be paying more attention.
You're on your phone while you're trying to read, bro.
No, it's not. Is it shapers? I think it's shapers. How he uses to describe this type of person. And it's essentially just people that are always, they just have a really good balance of being an operator and a creative. And they have like intense and crazy, like high, just like dreams and aspirations that most people would think are ridiculous or just unachievable, right? But they also know exactly what to do and the steps to take to achieve them. And these are people that consistently act and behave in this way. And these are people that are shapers. They shape culture. They shape like the world and make life better for other people. So, and he gives an example like Steve Jobs and Elon Musk, etc. And he's tried right the section that I'm on right now. He's trying to he's describing that in his attempt, he's trying to discern what makes these people special and if they have a consistent pattern that you could recognize among them that could then be applied to other people that they could add to their life. So, okay. But in my mind, I'm like, I've kind of heard this before, like in other books, so it's not bad. It's just, again, it's not like, oh my God, my mind blown. Right. I did post today on my story that I want to look for another book recommendation, another book that I finished recently or earlier in the year. When I say recently, I mean like 3 months ago.
That's so recently. Yeah.
A book on advertising called Hey Whipple Squeeze This, that book was really good. That book, I was like, damn, I never thought about it this way. And it's basically an observation on the world of advertising and how things have evolved. I mean, like if we go back to the Industrial Revolution, back then it didn't, like branding wasn't a thing. It didn't matter. Like everyone had like your logo was literally just a stamp on a product or anything, but like there was no effort into like your packaging or whatever, right? But then as businesses as businesses started to come out, and there was more competitors, there was a need for like, okay, well, what makes us different compared to them? And,
separating yourself.
Yeah. And like, that's where like the value of a logo and a brand came to be. And then, but back in like the early days of advertising, it was like super simple and stupid communication. Like this product is really good for you and this will solve. And like, if it's a painkiller, it'll get rid of your headache fast. And like, that's the communication. And then brand positioning became like the next wave, which was like the mental and emotional space that you take in someone's mind. And this is like where the Nikes and the Apples of the world carve their way, because it's like, or Coca-Cola, because like a soda is a soda, but really positioning is you're not selling the product, you're selling the emotion, right? You're selling the emotion. It's the emotional and mental space that you're aiming to own. Emotional and mental real estate that you want to own. Who do you exist for? Why do you exist? Basically. And there's just so much good stuff in that book. Like just
what's the title again? Give them the title.
Hey Whipple Squeeze This. And the reason it's called that is because back in the day there was, I forget what the brand was. It's a toilet paper brand, and there was a commercial that was super popular, and there was Mr. Whipple was like this store owner, and the commercial would air. It'd be these ladies that would go and squeeze the toilet rolls, and they were so soft that they would like indulge in squeezing the toilet rolls. And then Mr. Whipple would come and be like, hey, don't touch the toilet rolls. And then when no one was looking, he would then squeeze the toilet rolls himself. So it was like an exaggeration of like, these toilet rolls are so soft and so good.
You got to squeeze them.
Hey, Whipple. And the author is basically criticizing like old advertising. Like, this guy he was at one point, he was like more famous than like the most famous celebrity or movie star because everybody knew the commercial. But as time has progressed, good advertising doesn't have to be a gimmick. It can be better storytelling and more emotional and more brand forward. And that's essentially what the book is about, is like how to think of advertising so that it's not just like, hey, look at me. Let's just be like the loudest and flashiest person. And it's about being more intentional. So that book was really good.
Nice.
Anyway, that was a really long.
You know what you just did there for me?
Go on a tangent?
What we just did. No. I was going to say we just made a little book club. I think that you are now in a book club because you and me and everyone listening now know more about that book. And Grendel. So look at us.
All right. Okay.
Look at us reading. Not drinking, reading.
Who needs reading when you can watch? Am I right? Let's go on to TV, movies, film, video games, and music. I don't even know if we have a lot of music to talk about today, but let's start with film. You want to start us off?
Yeah, it's good to see that movie theaters are doing well, prospering. In the past couple months, we had The Devil Wears Prada 2, which came out. I didn't see it, but I heard it was okay. I heard the first one obviously is a classic. Obsession, we mentioned a couple weeks ago, that's doing well. All my students are loving that one. Backwoods, I wish I knew more about the lore in Backwoods. My students said that you kind of need to maybe know the original like YouTube stuff to get the most out of that one. But I heard that one's decent. Michael, the Michael Jackson biopic that we mentioned, Mando and Grogu, you're going to talk about in a second, and they all did pretty well. And we have a lot more coming up that we'll talk about for the summer months. But tell me a little bit about what you thought of Mando and Grogu.
I will. But before that, I just want to mention, I was on my feed earlier and I saw this. I was just having a conversation with a friend yesterday, and I was talking about Obsession. And I was like, you got to go watch it in theaters. It's different. Like the experience is different. The movie will hit different as opposed to, because everyone does I'll watch it when it comes out on streaming thing, right? Like we've gotten so used to that. But in one thing that I love to do is go watch movies at the theater alone. It's therapeutic. I enjoy it. I always look forward to it. And I have found that there are certain movies that some movies you can wait for. It's like whatever, but there are other movies that the experience is just that much better if you watch it in the theater in a dark,
worth the money,
dark big room that feels all cold,
and especially scary movies when everybody's screaming and getting all riled up,
the gasps and everything. Mm-hmm. Really quick note: AMC, because a lot of these movies have been doing so well. I know we talked about Obsession in the past episode, and Backrooms is doing really well as well. 25.5 million guests visited AMC theaters in May, making it AMC's highest attended May month since 2019, both domestically and globally.
Long time.
Yeah, it's been a minute. So theaters are back. I think people just in general just want. I think this is two things. One, it's there's just good movies that are coming out, but also part of me wants to believe that people just want IRL experiences. We're tired of being at home. I think it's more so the good movies, but anyway.
I agree with you because there's actually stuff that I want to see out now and in the future that I'm going to go, actually spend money on. So keep going. What do you think of?
So with that, this past weekend, I watched The Mandalorian and Grogu movie with Cairo. Which up until now, all the movies that I've seen with Cairo are all like animated kid movies. But I thought, like Star Wars, like I grew up watching all the Star Wars movies. Like he'll love it.
Yeah, he's old enough now.
Yeah, he's old enough.
Are you wrong?
I wasn't wrong, but we're watching this film. There were some parts that I was like, oh damn, he's gonna have nightmares.
Is it PG?
Like, I don't know. I didn't even look at the rating.
How old is he now? He's like 5, right?
He's about to be 5. He was fine.
Oh, he was fine.
But like some of the aliens in the film like could definitely scare a kid, I think so. But he was fine. He did get a little bored at the end just because he couldn't keep up. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the movie. This was probably one of my I'll give it a 7 out of 10. We'll start there. I'll give it a solid 7 out of 10 for me. I liked this movie more than like the last 3 Star Wars films that are actually part of like the main series.
Okay, fair. What about Rogue One? How's it compare? That's my favorite Star Wars film of the last 20 years, probably.
I think Rogue One on a storyline, like emotional roller coaster, is just a little better still. Okay. But I would put this pretty close.
All right.
So if you will enjoy The Mandalorian, like the TV series, this is
You'll like it.
You'll enjoy it for sure.
I know a lot of people said that it wasn't necessary to put this in theaters. It could have been another TV special or whatever, but that doesn't irk me or anything. Like, put it on the big screen. Like you said, I'm not going to go see it because I haven't watched season 2 or 3 of Mando. Loved season 1, but it's just not, for me. But that's all right.
All right. Hit us with the most anticipated movies of the summer.
All right. Coming up in June, July, August, we have quite a few. Let's go one by one. We'll make it fast, though. Scary Movie comes out this Friday. And I'm excited to see this. We've talked about it a little bit in the past. It's kind of a reboot, but a lot of same characters. Are you going to go see it when it comes out?
Have to, of course. Am I millennial?
Yeah, I'm excited for them to see, especially if they say they're going to push the envelope with the comedy. I want to see what that means. Maybe that's all marketing just to try and let's see if we can, get the guys that want to not have the PC humor anymore. But yeah, it comes out this weekend. June 12th, we have Disclosure Day, the next Steven Spielberg film starring Emily Blunt. That one looks decent. I love Emily Blunt. What's in the rest of June? What else you got for me?
Okay, so the one on the list after that is Leviticus. I feel like I've seen the trailer for this. I could be wrong, but I'll read the summary. This is straight from Rotten Tomatoes. This horror film from Australia centers on 2 teenage boys whose community church forbids their... How do you say this word?
Oh, God.
Is this burgeoning?
No, burgeoning, yeah.
Burgeoning love, and place a curse on them in the form of a demon that haunts them in the form of what they most desire. Each other.
Yeah, that one looks
good. I did see the trailer for this.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll watch this, if I'm being honest.
More summer horror, though. I'm all for it.
It does look like it could be good. Probably not for me.
Right. Toy Story 5 coming out. I feel like everyone is putting out so much Toy Story, not slop, but just all these random stuff that I don't know what's real anymore. Last week on the episode that got deleted, we mentioned that Bad Bunny is voicing the pizza with sunglasses, but I'm seeing all these different stories pop up on my feed, and I don't know if the story rumors are true or what to expect from it. And I kind of like that too. I don't really want to know what it's about besides the whole toys versus devices. But I am excited now, actually. I will go see that with Tori. I think she's excited too.
I'm definitely going to watch it. It comes out on Cairo's birthday, by the way.
Oh, perfect.
It's have to.
Got it.
I am looking forward to that. Jackass, Best and Last. This comes out June 26th. Am I reading this right?
Yep.
On the way it's listed? Okay. You know what's interesting? I've never seen any of the Jackass movies in theaters.
You didn't go see the 3D one?
No.
Long time ago?
If I ever watch it, it's either in the past, from renting or from streaming.
Okay. Jackass 3 was good. That was a fun watch in theaters. I think we were in high school, and it was right when 3D movies were becoming popular. And was it necessary for Jackass? Of course not. But it was fun to see, them get hit in the face with big balls.
It was more just to do it, right? It was more just to do it because why not?
Yeah, and I'm not a huge fan of Jackass, but I'll probably wait for this one to come out and throw it on in the background while I'm, taking a nap one day or something.
It's very specific.
It is. I'm a big nap movie guy. Will you watch it or not?
Yeah, I'll also throw it on when I'm taking a nap.
All right, I want to argue about this next one. Supergirl comes out as well. And I really liked the last Superman movie that came out 2 years ago. And I'm excited for Supergirl. I thought that her little cameo at the end of that one was solid. I couldn't tell you a single thing about her character besides that she is Supergirl and she's somehow related to Superman. I couldn't tell you the actress in it. I couldn't tell you anything. But I think it's going to be good. And I'm excited for what James Gunn does with the character and all the DC stuff. So why do you not want to see this at all?
Maybe I'm just being a hater. I probably am. But I don't know. I'm not interested. I'm not invested in the character, in the story. I did see the trailer. The trailer played when I went to see Mandalorian this past weekend. And even watching the trailer, I was like, It just
really
felt, there's no. Can I tell you?
You're a DC hater.
Can I tell you what the premise of the movie is?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay, so Crypto gets injured and he's gonna die, and she has
I'm
to
already
do this
hooked.
thing. She has to do this thing to try to go figure out a way to save him before he dies.
Oh,
So he has, like, a limited time.
That's like John Wick if the dog didn't die.
Yeah,
It's perfect. It's so human. It's I need to save my dog. I'll do anything to go do it. That's perfect. That's all you need.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll probably still watch it if I'm just indifferent. I'm indifferent right now.
You're a DC hater. You only like Marvel, I think.
I think I am. I think all the DC movies that came out before kind of fucked it up for me. Yeah. So.
All right. In July, my most anticipated movie of the entire summer. Can you guess what it is?
Minions and Monsters.
Minions and Monsters, big dog. I love the Minions. I swear to you. For some reason, I was so against the Minions. I hated them. I was like, oh, this is so dumb without me ever seeing the movies or Despicable Me, really. And then me and my wife, Tori, went on a binge of all the Despicable Me movies and the Minions. And we went to Universal and I just fell in love. And the new one, Minions and Monsters, comes out July 1st. I get my knee surgery done on June 15th. So I may just tell, Tori, drive me over to the theater. I'll be in my little brace. We got to be there day one with all those little crazy kids watching Minions and Monsters. So
I feel like they are the most fun animated characters of the past, 10 years?
Maybe going back to Toy Story? Is that crazy?
I can't think of any character that's more, you know,
iconic.
What I mean? That's that's like a recent
collection. Yeah, it's not just one character; it's a collection.
Everything for example, the Mario movies. Mario's been around since forever, so it's that doesn't count. Part of this, yeah.
Could you name the Minions, the main ones?
No, I can't.
It's Kevin and Bob, and then I should know the other guy, but is it Otto?
I don't know.
I can't remember, but they're awesome, dude. They're so great. Bob's the best.
Yeah.
And Cairo loves that stuff, funny. I'm sure. So, all right. Keep going.
All right. So as we were looking at this list before recording, I was like, is this an Evil Dead sequel? So Evil Dead Burn, July 10th.
Yep.
Is it a sequel? The plot of the latest chapter in the Evil Dead franchise remains tightly under wraps, but horror fans can expect plenty of bloody throws and supernatural shenanigans. That's the summary from Rotten Tomatoes. So
I know is Evil Dead Rise was good. Yeah, Evil Dead Rise came out
that was
a while back.
That was a direct remake, though, from the 80s version, right?
Yes.
And that movie was good. That was a good remake. It was solid film. And I don't even like horror. I don't.
Yeah, did the job. I'll see it. I'm actually not excited for this next one, The Odyssey. I don't know why.
Excited for The Odyssey.
I'm not.
Me neither.
I'm not. Yeah, I know it's Christopher Nolan. I know everybody has bought tickets for it for over a year. I know it's starring Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, Robert Pattinson, but I don't really care right now.
I was kidding.
One day.
I am actually excited for this one. This is one that I will absolutely watch.
Probably IMAX too for you on that one. You're probably a big IMAXer.
Yeah.
You're a big IMAXer.
Anything Christopher Nolan, I'm in.
Fair enough. Except for Tenet. Tenet was trash.
The story could be terrible. I just know the visuals are going to be so good. So
yeah. What's your favorite Nolan movie?
Inception.
Okay, that was my answer as well. Yeah. I think I like Dunkirk as my second. Dunkirk was so good. I loved that one. Or I guess you got to go The Dark Knight as well. I can't leave it off for too long. Memento. Memento was really good. Oppenheimer on second watch after I didn't watch it in those shitty ass seats at 11:30 p.m. on opening night. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why you would do that to yourself.
That was a mistake. But the second time I watched it, I loved it. All right, and then what's the final one that you're excited for, Big Dog?
Drum roll.
I think most people probably can figure it out, but go ahead. Spider-Man.
Those are my web shooting sounds. Spider-Man Brand New Day, July 31st.
What do you want to see?
Parker's back. Huh?
What do you want to see happen? What is your wish list?
I don't know. You know how in this movie from the trailer, he's going through some sort of mutation?
Yes.
I'm wondering if it's going to be accurate to what happens in the animated series, or I'm not even going to say the comic books because I didn't read the comic books like that. But I remember watching the animated series.
What happens?
I think he turns into an actual spider, but like it's in his dream. I think.
Okay.
Like, if I remember,
a big ass spider.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Is he biting people? What happens after that?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Okay.
The trailer does look good. I am excited to see this. I feel like Tom Holland's Peter Parker is very obviously like his personality's changed. Like he doesn't come off as like the kid anymore.
Bro, Aunt May died.
Owning being Spider-Man. Yeah, he's a man.
Yeah.
You know?
His friends have left him. He has nobody. He's by himself. Nobody even knows who he is anymore. Okay, here's what I want. MJ needs to die. MJ by the end of the movie needs to die. And I love Zendaya, but I think he needs to move on to a new love interest going forward. Every big Spider-Man film has someone die, right? And I think in this one, it's got to be, I guess you could say, maybe Ned somehow causes it, and then Ned turns bad in the future. I don't know, but MJ's got to go. Sorry, Zendaya.
I do think that there are a lot of villains, and I'm wondering how they're going to juggle that in the movie.
I couldn't tell you a single one. I'm trying to keep a low profile on it. Oh, okay, thanks. It's fine.
There's at least like 4 different villains. But anyway.
See, that's why I didn't like the last one. There was too much going on. I hated the one that was just all fan service with the other Spider-Mans. That story was trash. All right.
It was a lot.
We get on movies.
It was a lot. I like that one though. Like it was like expected to be a lot, but whatever. Yeah, we're good on movies. All right, let's move along. Okay, let's go. Talk to me about these.
Today was the Sony PlayStation State of Play, and just a couple things were announced that I think are important to mention for us gamers out there. New God of War was announced, called God of War Laufey, and this one, my brother just texted me actually, and he said, "Hey, have you seen all the hate online for this new God of War game?" And I said, "No, tell me more." But it's the spinoff to the Kratos-led God of War games. You play as his wife, Faye. It looks to be set like right after she dies and is cremated in the 2018 game, and then her spirit goes off to another realm, and she's now the main character. Now, all these weirdos online who are probably living in their basement, eating cheese curds, for years, they are saying, "Oh, like, why are we playing as her? Why are we playing as Faye, who's a woman?" And I think they're just being super sexist, to be honest, because the game looks great. And I'm excited for that one. Do you have any comments on that one? Do you know God of War? Have you played God of War?
I gave it a chance, but I feel like the reason why I didn't get invested is because I'm so, like, it's been out for such a long time and everyone knows it, that it's one of those things that I feel like I'm late to the party and it's like, it's hard to catch up.
Fair. I would say best story in current video game lore, video games right now, is God of War for me. I love the newer God of Wars, at least. I didn't play all the old ones. Wolverine was also shown. New Wolverine gameplay that's coming out in September, I believe. I think it looks okay. It's made by the guys that made Spider-Man 1 and 2 and Miles Morales. You saw this gameplay. Did you think it looked good?
I saw like a brief clip today, and the main thing that stuck out is when Wolverine gets damaged, like you can actually see it's like part of him's like just like
regenerating,
and then he has to regenerate. Yeah, so like that part was cool. I like that as a mechanic.
I'm a little worried that the combat gets a little repetitive. I think that it needs to have a good story to kind of carry it, because Spider-Man 2 did not have a good story compared to the first one, and that's why it didn't hit as hard, I think. But yeah, I'll play it for sure. And then Euphoria, moving to TV. Euphoria season finale came out on Sunday night, and I watched it. I kind of left my wife behind. I had to. She did not like this season. You were
invested in Sydney Sweeney, huh?
I will say, I told my students that I watch Euphoria, and they were like, "Oh my God, are you a gooner?" And I said, "No, I like the show." and they were like, "You know that there's nudity in that?" And I said, "Yeah, I know." And I didn't say that. don't mind it at all. It's fine. I kind of sometimes enjoy it. I left that part out. But I actually did not like this season. I think I've mentioned on the podcast a couple of times that I was enjoying the first few episodes. It went downhill really quickly, but I will say I did like the finale. The finale wrapped it up well for all that it could do. Some of the characters just had terrible arcs and nothing really happened with them this season. But the finale, I thought, was a good watch. And I enjoyed it. I don't want to give any spoilers, but I will say that I'm glad I watched it the night of and the next day because everything was spoiled immediately. Like big stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. I opened up Instagram, I think the next day, less than 12 hours after it came out. And the major spoiler was right there in front of my face. So I'm just glad I at least got to that part. So
it's tough. You can't really help it. People get so excited to want to talk about it, online.
Yeah. So, all right. Anything you've been watching TV-wise?
I am playing catch up right now on. I always forget. Is it Your Friends and Neighbors or Our Friends and Neighbors?
I think it's Your Friends and Neighbors.
I think it's Your Friends and Neighbors, right?
Okay. Yeah.
I'm playing catch up on that right now. I was actually watching the end of the episode that I was on just before we started recording, but I'm on that.
Okay, yeah. I need to catch up. I need to finish The Boys still too. I'm on episode 2. Spoiler alert for anyone that needs to watch The Boys. Skip ahead 20 seconds right now. I got to the part where A-Train is killed by Homelander. And that one that hit pretty hard for me. That one I was like, oh, that's my boy. That's my dog. I like A-Train.
I like that he had his come to Jesus moment.
Yeah, yeah. He became a good guy at the end.
He became one of the good guys. Yeah.
All right. We can skip whatever else I've been playing. It's fine. Let's move to sports.
Sports it is. Talk to me.
Ready? All right, this is big stuff, baby. We're in the final countdown. We're in the final chapter of the long season that is the 2026 NBA season. 2025-2026 NBA season. The finals are here, big dog. They start tomorrow, Wednesday, June 3rd. The Spurs and the Knicks have made it. Last week, we got into a lot of the Western Conference Final stuff, the craziness of that game 1 where it went to double OT, the Spurs coming back from being down 3-2 and pushing a game 7 and then winning on the road. But I just want to ask you first, now that we're here, what are your predictions? Give me a team winner and how many games it goes and why to start.
Spurs in 6.
Spurs in 6. Interesting. So you think that they win on the road in New York?
Actually,
game 6.
I think it's going to be 5.
Oh, wow. You are heavy on the Spurs.
I'm trying to give a little grace.
Interesting. Okay, so the Spurs opened up at, I believe, 2-1 favorites. And I looked at all the talking heads and what they were predicting. It seems pretty split. And I was for the last, couple of days, I've been going back and forth on this. And I was thinking to myself, I really do see the Knicks winning in 7 for some reason. I can just see them winning in San Antonio. But I'm going to go ahead and switch my pick before the finals actually start. I'm going to go ahead and say Spurs in 7 as well. And that's what the Corgi. Spurs in 7. I think they went on their home court. Did you see the Corgi that correctly picked all the games for the Western Conference Finals?
I feel like they just shoot that over and over again until it makes some sort of sense and then just
okay. Well, doesn't matter because the way that it's cut, the Corgi did in fact predict the final 2 or the end result of the Western Conference Finals. So the Corgi for this one predicted the Spurs in 7. So I'm going to trust the Corgi. I see Carter Bryant, Stephon Castle, Victor Wembanyama, Dylan Harper, and all the boys getting their dub in 7. So
I love it. I'm actually really excited. I'm gonna watch here at home tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna miss a game for this. Yeah, I haven't been this excited to watch basketball in years. Last year when we were recording the episodes, I was talking my shit.
Yeah, you were a downer last year.
I was shitting all over the NBA, but we're back, baby. This is the level of excitement that I've been waiting for. I was craving this. When we were at your house, I forget what was that, game 6? It was game 6 that we watched, right?
We watched
game 6.
Yes, you're right.
We watched game 6, and I was just like,
it was the blowout.
Stating the obvious, but what I was really trying to communicate, I was like, Wemby is a star. And you guys are like, yeah, no shit. People have been saying that for 2 years. And I'm like, no. Like,
Different
this
kind of
dude
star.
just single-handedly saved what
Basketball.
Like, this is the reason basketball is gonna survive. It's this man right here.
You thought it was gonna end?
Thunder fucking wanting to get the foul calls left and right and being scared to get tickets to the basket, brother.
So you think Wemby saved basketball? That's what you're saying. Without Wemby, you wouldn't be watching the finals?
No, I'd be watching the finals. I just don't think it'd be.
You would be less
It's a
interested.
spectacle. It's a spectacle that he's there.
It was the most
like
watched Western Conference Finals in 20-some years. So, and I think you're right. A lot of that is Wemby. And also people want to see the Empire fall.
All these hater-ass Knicks fans right now are making fun of him for shedding some tears. For crying.
I like it. I love it.
I want these players to care. I want them to care.
Too.
I don't want
this
nonchalant
love the animosity.
Shit. The biggest criticism of the league over the past 3, 5, however many years has been that these young players just don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. They're so nonchalant about it. Like John Moran with the guns and not to call him out specifically, but like all these players, like everyone's doing like some like, oh, I'm too cool, like too cool for school, too cool for the league type of attitude. Like, nah, I want someone that cares so much
that they do start crying when they win.
Yeah,
and it's huge. Like you think of moments,
and I don't want what they gonna say now.
Well, he's long gone. Tatum is lost in the first round. Let me ask you this:
I want genuine human emotion and drive.
Let me ask you this: what do the Thunder do now that they're out? Do they make a trade
to Cancun?
They're already in Cancun, big dog. But like coming back for next year. What do you do? How do you say we need a Wemby stopper and Chet was not the man? What do they do to figure it out?
See, okay, here's the thing. Here's my take. And I don't know shit about fuck.
Okay.
I'm so glad that they lost because not to pick or solo them out specifically, but I just feel like the game style. The other day, okay, there's this what's the channel on TV? It's like Hardwood Classics or something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
I just
NBA
turned it on, right?
Yeah.
It's like not even like intentional, just random. It's a old Spurs game. Ginobili, Duncan, Tony Parker. And I'm watching them move the ball. I don't know. It was probably, early 2000s. Whatever it would have been, okay? I'm watching them move the ball, and I'm just like, this just feels different. It's completely different style of basketball. We sound like some old heads right now. I sound like an old head. Unk over here. But, like, I get it. You want to shoot the three-pointer? And maybe that's cool, but what I loved about the Thunder losing is that it was like a middle finger, like that shit don't fly here, brother.
Right.
Nobody wants to watch the talent just, where's my foul call? I don't want to see that. That's not entertaining. Here's the thing. Sports are meant to be entertaining. It's meant to be physical. You're a gladiator in the arena. And if you don't give me that shit, if you're not battling it out, I don't want it. I want your heart on the fucking floor. I want you diving for shit. I want you hitting people. I want you just putting it all out there.
Do you know what Stephon Castle said today when he was asked about the flopping from the Thunder? He said that I do it too. Like I sell calls as well. But I think you're right in that it wasn't as egregious as what some of the Thunder players were doing in the playoffs this year. I don't think it was as bad last year when they won for the first time, and nobody hated them last year either, right? I think a lot of the casuals now are like, oh, not to say that you're a casual, even though you are. I think a lot of casuals now are saying, similar thoughts in that, like, oh, like, yeah, they weren't fun to watch, the entire time, when that's just wrong. Like,
let's go back a year. I was, this opinion has stuck
because
even a year after.
Casual.
I was saying
you're a casual.
I'm not a fucking casual. I was saying it. I was calling Shea out. I was calling SGA out. I was calling the Thunder out specifically last year.
Okay, let me tell you this then. Let me ask you, who were the two players that were injured on the Thunder this series?
I don't know. I can't tell you that.
Okay, so you're a casual, right? So it was Jalen Williams and it was AJ Mitchell. So I think if those guys are healthy, I think the Spurs go down. I think the Thunder probably win in 6. Now, I asked you like what they do to come back next year. I don't think that they should do a damn thing. They very, easily could have won that game one that went to double OT. Chet had probably the worst game 7 I've ever seen.
He had 4 points?
A big man.
Okay. Ask your question again.
What did the Thunder do next year now that they lost to the Spurs in 7?
Not a damn thing. If their 2 players hadn't gotten injured, we would have been fine. They would have won. I just know it.
You can't take my take. Everyone's saying that they should make a trade for Giannis or something. And Chet had, one of these, awful series. He shot twice in game 7. And for
That's
a max
crazy.
guy, that is. And he had so many open 3 looks, dude, that even I was saying, as I was rooting for the Spurs, I was like, bro, shoot the ball. Like, at least give your team some spacing and make it seem like you're a threat. And I'm actually, now that they've lost, I'm actually rooting for Chet now, even though I called him soft the entire series because he's getting so much hate. I actually hope next year he can come back and rebound, even if I don't want the Thunder to win again anytime soon. So yeah, they shouldn't do a thing. They should just get healthy. Jalen Williams coming back next year. He is their number 2 guy. So
and absolutely practice those free throws.
Yeah, they missed a lot of free throws. You're right. Shea missed 2 in a row.
No, I was getting out.
Oh, you were kidding?
Yeah.
They did. They missed a lot.
I'm sure they did.
Let's see. The one interesting thing that you wanted to say about Jeremy, I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Oh, yeah. Me neither. Okay, yeah. So Spurs and Knicks are in the finals, and this came up. I don't know how true this is, but it makes sense to me.
It is true.
Hopefully, I don't butcher this name. Jeremy Sochan?
I think
however
you
say
it
his
right the
last
second
name.
time.
Sochan?
Mm-hmm,
Sochan?
mm-hmm.
One of those is getting an NBA championship ring no matter who wins. Why? Because he started the season with the San Antonio Spurs, then was waived in February and later signed by the Knicks. So if the Knicks win, he gets a ring as part of their current roster. If the Spurs win, he's likely eligible because he played for them earlier in the year or in the season, although it's ultimately up to the team to decide who gets rings.
Right. He should get one. That's what they've done for, I think, most sports now. If you were on the team at all that year, you get a ring because you helped in some way. So, okay. Anything else for NBA?
Nope. That's it. I'm just excited for tomorrow.
Yep, tomorrow's big. Let's skip the Elon Musk and Neuralink stuff. I don't want to talk about that unless you do.
All right. Nope, I'm good.
The Masters lottery is open. And this is big news for you golfers out there. Dylan actually had to tell me this and I had no idea. I guess it opens every year on June 1st. Had no idea. Runs from June 1st through June 20th. So now is the time to register and try and get your tickets, lottery tickets to the practice rounds or the actual rounds. Did you sign up?
No. I would love to, though, right after this podcast episode.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to go because of my, newer job. It's kind of hard to leave and go to Georgia for a few days in the middle of the school year.
Georgia.
But I'm still going to do it too. I'm going to try. I'm excited to even throw my name in the hat. So
it's okay.
All right.
How about you sign up and I'll be like, I'm Jeffrey Warren.
I'll be Jeff. I'll be you, Jeff. What's that from? I'll be you, Doug. Oh, it's a hangover. All right, moving forward. NFL, we got a lot of movement, and I'm not the biggest, NFL offseason trades or movement guy, but we have Myles Garrett being traded to the St. Louis. No, not the St. Louis Rams, the LA Rams. Brain fart from the Cleveland Browns for some picks and for Jared Verse. Now, do you know who Myles Garrett is?
That's crazy. Yeah, of course I do.
Yeah, probably the best defensive player in the league right now. He won Defensive Player of the Year last year. He's now teamed up with Matthew Stafford, the reigning MVP, and the Rams, who just missed their Super Bowl spot because they lost to the Seahawks. Now, the big question on everyone's mind as my dog tries to get out of here is, do the Rams bring back Aaron Donald? 35 years old. He's been retired for a couple of years after they won their last Super Bowl. I don't really care either way if he comes back or not. Do you know who Aaron Donald is?
No, but I do have a comment on this after.
Yeah, so he's been out, like I said, for a while. And a lot of people are thinking he comes back at some point after training camp, joins the team in the middle of the season so they can go on this legendary run together, Myles Garrett, Aaron Donald, and Matthew Stafford, to get Matthew Stafford another ring as he goes out on his heroic, exit, retirement party, whatever. And if I'm on the team right now, and I know that we got Myles Garrett coming in, cool. That's great. No worries. But if all these rumors about Aaron Donald coming back are true, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, no, this guy's retired. He's not going to, take all this offseason spotlight away from me, working my ass off, especially if I'm on the D line. If I'm fighting for a spot, I don't want to even think about Aaron Donald coming back. And I think it almost does a disservice to the current team if he's going to post all these cryptic ass tweets of him working out in the gym, saying, oh, I'm ready to roll, and then not come back. Be in or be out. And that's just me. I know that a lot of people are going to say oh, he doesn't need the offseason reps. He's wasting time. He could get injured in the offseason. He's 35. He's old. He should only come back for 8 games. No! This is a team sport. You need to be there. I think that definitely sends the wrong message if you're out there, just waiting, biding your time to come back in the middle of the season for a ring. That's my thoughts.
I agree. And the comment that I was going to make is on his age. I feel like the NFL is. I mean, honestly, I don't watch enough of other sports to know what the average, what the cutoff, when you're considered old is. Let's say,
okay,
It just blows my mind that there's so many players that are in their mid to late 30s and are still playing when these dudes are getting hit, and you know what I mean? It's just
the most violent sport there is, or one of them, and he's still in great shape. He is ready to rock, it looks like. But again, you're right. He's 35. The body's different at 35 than it was at 31 or whenever they won last.
Right. Am I wrong though to say that? What I'm saying is, in basketball, for example, right? You're old at 30. You're
yes.
You're done basically, or you're on your way to be done,
unless you're LeBron.
Jinx. But in the NFL, you got time, and for me that's almost backwards because you're getting hit by these dudes that are 200 to 300 pounds.
Right. I think it's just because it's more of a strength-based thing, especially if you're a lineman. And you can just stay up and
agility
just push.
And jumping.
Yeah, and speed, yeah. But then you got to think about receivers, and their time in the league is also, like you said, when you're 30, you're probably on your way out. So soon. AJ Brown, moving to the Patriots, traded to the Patriots. I hate this move as well from the Eagles, and I'm the biggest AJ Brown hater there is. I'd shake his hand in public, don't get me wrong, but I think he's a diva. I think that he is not the right fit for the Patriots organization and Drake May and Mike Vrabel, the cheater. I don't want to say I hope that he struggles in New England, but I just do not see him being the glue or the guy that takes them to the next level into a Super Bowl victory. I feel like he's quit on the Eagles multiple years. I feel like he's tough to just organize an offense around if he's not getting the ball all the time, or if your quarterback is missing throws. And again, this is me being a talking head right now too, but I do not like this move at all. Do you know AJ Brown?
No.
Okay, you might draft him this year. I'll probably make you draft him in fantasy this year. He'll go at the end of the second round. Watch. Odell Beckham Jr. is back to the Giants. I thought that was cool. And then Caleb Williams, Bears quarterback, is on the cover of Madden this year, doing the signature Iceman pose that he does. I thought that was pretty cool.
All
right. And then last quick note I'll say for sports, and this was cool. This is what I watched on Saturday night. Have you ever watched AAA, Lucha Libre, Mexican wrestling? Okay. There was a mask versus mask match between El Grande Americano and El Grande Americano. And I sent this to you hoping that you would look at it and watch it. But it was two characters played by different people, obviously. The original was the bad guy, the heel, and the new one has become like an icon in Mexico that learned Spanish. They're two white guys, by the way. The new one, the new El Grande Americano, learned Spanish, literally talks without like your typical accent down there, has learned the culture, the heritage of Lucha Libre, and they've been feuding for 6 months, probably, maybe more. And
this is a really good story.
Yes. It's amazing. So the new El Grande Americano actually, like, as this whole feud is going, he started to date one of the ladies that works for AAA down there, and she's Mexican. So now they're like the couple that everybody loves. He actually got arrested. Yes, he actually got arrested for real in Florida like 2 weeks before this big match is about to happen, and everybody's like, "Oh shit! Like, what's going to happen now?" He gets released, and he's good to go, and everyone in Mexico loves him more because they're so excited to watch this match, and they think that he was like standing up for his girlfriend, because the story was he got arrested for standing up for his girlfriend while somebody was maybe like, making fun of him and her kissing in public. Who knows the full story? It doesn't matter. But the match was good on Saturday night. Mask versus Mask. The bad, El Grande Americano, or the original, lost. So he had to take off his mask, revealing who he actually is. And everybody knew who it already was, but everyone's like playing into the story in the character, right? So the character, his name is Chad Gable. Great wrestler. I liked him before he became El Grande Americano. But it was just fun. It reminded me of like why I like wrestling. And it's honestly probably the coolest thing in wrestling right now. Exactly. Yeah. It's not just that it was a good match. It was the buildup. It was the hype from the Mexican crowd. It was, everybody like, screaming and saying no, like as he's, trying to pull the mask off the good one. And then, the good guy triumphs. It was just so cool. So.
That's cool. Yeah. It's, I don't know much about, like wrestling when it comes to like Mexican culture. I probably should, right? You would think, but I do know that it's not. You never take off the mask.
Right, exactly. Yeah. All right, moving into hot takes, observations. Give me what you got, big dog.
Nah, you start us off, brother. I want to hear your take. I see what based on what I'm reading on the screen right now.
All right, this I had to at least bring this up one time on the podcast because it's been on my mind for a while, and I don't know why I didn't think of it until today. My hot take for the week is that gender reveal parties are stupid. An absolute waste of time, everybody's time, a waste of money. Honestly, I don't think it serves a purpose besides like, oh, let me just like present to the world what my baby's going to be. It's more performative than anything. It's probably not even fun. Have I been to any? No. Will I ever be invited to any? Probably not now. I just don't think that the money is worth it or the time is worth it. Obviously, the couple is excited to know like what their gender for their baby is, but I just don't think that I really care about another couple's baby gender being revealed. And also, this is probably the most important, they're dangerous. People are doing these crazy ass acts. Ones. Right. It's one thing if you're to cut into a cake and reveal blue or pink frosting. I almost said red, but now it's there's people trying to one up each other, and you got fireworks going off, and you got fires being started, you got literal wildfires killing dozens
balloons
of people
that get released before they get a chance to be popped, and then everyone's like, ah!
right, exactly, and it just it's now becoming so over the top that it used to be fine, but it's just not worth it anymore. Even the lady that started this trend back in 2008, she says that she regrets starting the trend at all. And the first thing that she did was just cutting into a cake. But now she says that, again, it's dangerous and people are dying. In Mexico, 2023, a pilot crashed his plane and died in a gender reveal stunt. We talked about the fire back in 2020 that took over California after 23,000 acres were burned. A firefighter died, again, sparked by gender reveal, fireworks or sparks. And then 2019, also, I saw a story of an Iowa woman who was struck by flying debris when a homemade cannon-style device backfired during a gender reveal party. So, what are your thoughts?
These people need to stop having kids.
Maybe it's the people, the intelligence level. Right. I don't know. If my wife does say that she wants to have a gender reveal party for our first child one day, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say, all right. But will I want to do it? Probably not. So
I never
that's my hot take.
I never had the thought or desire to have a gender reveal. Like, you know, when Cairo was on the way. Even, you know, it's actually interesting because I mean, I remember when and how we found out. So, you know, like there's like those private practice sonography spots that you can go and they'll do the imaging. But I mean, really the intention there was just for like the sonography imaging. Like it was just for the photo to keep, like, and that was it. And for whatever reason, I was just so sure that it was going to be a girl. I was just like, it's going to be a girl. I don't know. I just felt it. And the sonographer's like, you know, doing their thing, pushing the belly and moving the thing around. And I just see this like tiny little thing just sticking out. And I'm like, is that what
Did you
I
ask
think it
what's
is? No, I didn't. I didn't want, I wanted her to say it. But in my mind, I'm like, you know, like the Leonardo DiCaprio meme where he's like, you know,
you can see you pointing at it.
That was me. I was
is that
like,
what I
oh,
think
shit.
it is?
Yeah.
So I was
hyped. I was hyped, as, obviously, because
was everybody in the room hyped?
I mean, it was just me and Cairo's mom, and the sonographer. But
see, that's the type of gender reveal party that I'm about. I'll go to that one. That's easy.
Oh, I will say, I know my brother, when they did the gender reveal for my niece, his firstborn, it was like a private practice sonography thing too, but it's like a mini theater where you can invite the like family, like relatives.
Okay.
And they'll go sit down and they'll do like the live sonography, but there's like, everyone has the, you know, the experience together.
That one honestly terrifies me more than maybe another type of gender reveal party.
Why?
That's crazy. I just think it's so personal. I don't know. I'm not saying that they're wrong for doing it. It's kind of interesting to me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess like the last thought I have on it is just like, who cares? Like, it's like if it's a boy or it's a girl, it's gonna be a boy or a girl before you even like got, you know, like it was already the DNA. Like, yeah. I'd rather just let it happen how it should.
Let it happen.
I will say, I don't know if I could wait. Maybe I could. I don't know. Like if and when I have another child, I don't know if I could wait until like the birth date
to know. Yeah, there's lots of things that go into. Right. I think I'd be scared for that too. I would want to know beforehand.
Because all right, tell me yours. Planning more so than anything, right? Clothes and toys and all that. All right. So for me, I don't have any hot takes. Do I?
It's all right if you don't.
It's not really a hot take. It's just something I was thinking about today. I don't know if you feel this way, and maybe I'm just saying this because I've become so used to working from home, so I'm just alone a lot, very often. I kind of feel like people need to be nicer. Just kind. Just kind. Like just decent people. Is it just me? Like, I'm actually curious, like, once I get through my thought, like, to hear what your take is, like, you know, in your day-to-day experience out in Temecula and whoever you encounter. I just feel like people, I don't know if it's just, like, the time that we're in with and the busyness of life, the hustle and bustle, all the noise of everything going on in the world. People are depressed or they're just overwhelmed, brain overload of information. But I think people just forget, like, oh, there's a human in front of me.
Right.
They have their own, like, shit that they're dealing with.
Go, keep going. I love and I live for, I think, the small interactions with random people day to day, whether it be saying hi when I'm walking the dog or striking up a random conversation with someone at the bar while we're watching the same sports game. I love that stuff. And I think that kind of gives me some purpose when I'm not
almost
and hope. Right. And I think at least where I, go, now here in Temecula at school or whatever, I'd say 95% of people are kind to me, in any way, or they're just, kind of silent doing their own thing. But I would say the majority of people, if I do say hello or strike up a conversation, they would be okay, being kind for a minute, whatever. So I'm kind of on the opposite. I'm kind of pushing back. Yeah.
Empathy. Yeah. I think we need empathy always. Not really much of a take, but yeah, I was just thinking about it earlier today. All right, let's go into what hurts this week, what feels good. I'll start this one off.
Okay.
So randomly last night, and I finished my work day, cooked dinner, and I'm sitting down, and I don't know what triggered it, but I must have seen something on my phone or whatever. And I kind of just became like fascinated with the idea of taking an IQ test because I've never taken one. And I've always been curious, like, where do I land? But also, like, I imagine this is a feeling that some people might have. It's kind of scary because you're just like, what if I'm...
Am I dumb? Yeah. Am I on the lower end of the spectrum?
Yeah. So then, I boot up ChatGPT and I'm like, hey, what's the best way of taking an IQ test without going through a psychologist? And so like it referred me through these sites, but it's not like a legitimate IQ test. It's more of a screening. So, and you pay for it. It's like $2, whatever.
Oh, okay.
It's like a quiz. It's timed, and you take it, and it gives you like a rough estimate on what your score would be. And I did it, and I'm not a genius.
Okay. 100 is average, right?
Yeah, 100 is average. So I'm above average. I'm above.
Let me guess. Can I guess before you say it?
Go ahead. Yeah.
I'm gonna guess 115.
A little lower than 115.
110.
Yeah, 110 is what I got.
Okay, that's solid. What were the questions?
They're not questions. It's pattern recognition.
Okay. So
it'll be like shapes or different arrangements of things, and you have to figure out like what the next thing in the sequence is, and it's all based. It's quick pattern and it's timed, so you have to mentally like figure out the pattern and then guess what the next thing in the or make the selection for what the next thing
dude, I would struggle so bad.
The last time I took it, I remember, was when I was in elementary school. Well, I took something like this. I actually don't even know if it was an actual IQ test, and it was for the GATE program.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, but I'm still curious. I would like to take one. I don't think I definitely know that there's people out there that are way like smarter and like genius level, right? I actually don't want to be one of those people too, because people that are in that realm kind of struggle to get along with and socialize with us regulars.
Not always, but I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But I was happy that I wasn't below average.
What's like a 90 or below?
Like a 90.
What's your guess for me? What would I get? Based that you already took the test, so what do you think?
I think you'd be like 115, 120, maybe.
$2, you say? I may have some homework tonight.
Yeah. I kind of want to retake it. I think I could get a little higher.
Yeah, that's probably, do it again.
I think I could get a little higher. I want to take like a legitimate one though. Like, get a full night's rest, wake up, go to a place, have them give me like the full paper, do it.
Like get ready for the SAT all over again.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude.
I want to do it like legitimately and then see what the score is.
Okay.
We'll do it. I can clear 115. I'll be happy with that. I'm good with that.
Do you still remember your SAT scores?
I don't. I think I got like a 1300 or something.
It's crazy that like those were so important to us back then, and now they don't matter at all. I still think about. I still remember my score. I think I got an 1880. Well, this is back when it was 20 out of 2400, and now it's completely changed. And I just remember like being like, all right, I guess, is that good or not? So.
Last thing I'll say about this, speaking on the topic of like tests and ways of thinking, there was, just because the memory got triggered in my brain right now, when I was working for Cardenas corporate, there was like this like corporate exercise, like team exercise, where there was a test that we took that basically it was either you leaned more analytically or more creative thinking, and I was like far creative. Yeah. And the difference is like people that lean more analytically are very like black and white, like math, for example, where creative, it's abstract. It's very out of the box. And
yeah,
I don't know, like it was such a refreshing experience, like even seeing that, just because it made sense. Something that I run into, and I'm sure you can probably understand what I'm about to say is, and Kyra's mom's always telling me this. She's like, you speak in hieroglyphics.
Yeah. You just jump around a lot. You know that.
Yeah, well, it's because my brain's like just firing. And it's like it's like there's like 5 different paths to take, and I'll start going down one, and then I'm like immediately like, hold on, but what if we go and then like I'll just, I'll lose my train of thought. But I also, maybe I have a little bit of ADHD. I don't know.
Maybe
I do. But I've also never had trouble focusing. If anything, I do think that I've always been really good at pattern recognition, but not like for like the purpose of IQ tests. I mean like just for creative, like approaching a problem to solve. I think that I approach it differently than most people would, where it's, rather than it being like a linear thing, it's more of like, it's almost like breaking the fourth wall, or like, I don't know how
it's not point A to point B for you always. You can
it's like, let's go. Why don't we go to C? Right.
And then make our way back to A.
Yeah.
And then let's dig a hole. And
it's like the way I see it, it's like maybe we don't even need to go to B.
Oh, wow. We're getting crazy now.
Crazy.
Maybe B is not important. Maybe we just go A to C and then realize that we're good.
Fuck.
All right, cool. What about what feels good?
Wait, is that what
feels good? I don't know.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, my what feels. No, that was my what hurts this week. I'm not a genius.
Okay.
This weekend I will be golfing for the first time in a long time, and I'm actually excited. I can't wait. I cannot wait to struggle to break 100. It's going to be amazing. And I'm golfing Saturday in Fullerton, and then Sunday in the City of Industry.
Nice.
At Industry Hills. Have you played there? Industry Hills Golf Club?
Nah.
Yeah, they have 2 18-hole courses, the Babe and the Ike. I think we're playing the Babe course in the morning, but yeah, there's that, and then
you got to hold strong to the dry June. I'm gonna ask you. You better hold strong.
I'm not drinking.
Okay,
I'm picking up a juice box in the golf shop.
Buy some Nas. Buy some Nas for yourself. That way you're not tempted.
Some Nas?
Some Nas.
Like energy drink?
No, some non-alcoholic beers.
Oh.
The Nas.
Oh. The Nas. All right. Maybe.
Yeah, sounds fun. Let me know how you do.
Just to curb the craving.
Right.
All right. What about you? What hurts this week? What feels good?
For what hurts, I'm feeling pretty good. But the one thing that came to mind is from today, actually. One of my students, he wants to be called a certain name in class, a nickname. He's been saying, "Hey, Mr. Warren, I'm trying to get this thing, started. Call me Big Za." And I'm like, "All right, I got you. I'll call you Big Za."
What's his full name? Actually, no, don't say it.
I can't say it. Yeah.
Don't say it.
So I'm like, all right, like for the last day or two, I'm like, "Oh, Big Za," as he comes in the class, or when I call on him for a question, "What you got, Big Za?" And so he laughs. He laughs every time, and he's a good kid, really good kid. And so today, as he's leaving, one of the other kids comes up to me and he's like, "Do you know what Za is?" And I'm like, "That's just him, right? That's his nickname." And they're like, "No, Za is marijuana, Mr. Warren." And I'm like, and I'm like, "No, it's not."
Oh God,
what are you talking about? And then I said, "Should I look it up?" And he's like, "Are you going to get in trouble? I don't know." And I said, "I'll be fine." So I looked it up, and it is. Za is a common term for marijuana. So what about?
You're calling it big marijuana over here. Yeah, you're just encouraging these kids. They're probably all giggling and laughing under their breath.
I had no idea why everybody was like kind of just like laughing as I called him Big Za for 2 days. So
it's hilarious, actually.
So I think
they got you.
I think tomorrow I need to come and tell him, "Hey, man, we got to retire the Big Za."
Real quick, before you move on to the what feels good, I just think it's hilarious, all these stories that have come out from this, moving to Temecula, switching school district. I thought that the crazy stories would have came out of Mobile, but no, lo and behold, it comes from the rich kids from Temecula.
Yeah, freshman 9th grade in Temecula. It's got some funny stuff. So that's what I guess hurts. It doesn't even hurt. It's just funny. What feels good? I had jury duty for one day this past week, and I thought it was going to suck. I actually really liked it. I liked my experience for jury duty. I was not selected to be on the panel of jurors because of my knee. I'm having that surgery on the 15th, and this was going to be a murder case. And the judge and the bailiff came out to like talk to the 300 jurors that were there to be selected for this one case, and they said, "Hey, this is going to be a long one. It's been in the news. They didn't tell us obviously anything yet, but they said, here are the dates for it. And if you can't make it for whatever reason, please tell us now so we can get you out of here." But I was intrigued. I almost wanted to be selected for jury duty because, school's getting out, this week. And it sounded like a case that you can really, kind of learn from about how the whole process works. But lo and behold, not selected. But I did enjoy my time. I will say I got a lot of reading done at the courthouse. And yeah. So jury duty, the system works, I will say. From what I saw my one day there, the jury system is alive and well. And then it's the last week of school. So Friday's our last day. What do you want to say? Go ahead, say it.
Nothing. I'm just shaking my head.
It's the last week of school. And I told you the week before, that I'm ready to get out of here for a couple months. The kids are as well. They've been driving me crazy in a good way. Like they one of them asked, "Yeah, what you got, Big Za? Big Za, I'll see you next semester, Big Za."
Yeah, I'm about to be smoking on that Big Za.
No, I would not say that. He may have said that.
I know. It's a joke.
She asked me. She was like, "Are you so glad to be rid of us on Friday? Like, are you just so tired of us?" And I said, no, like I'm looking forward to my 2 months off, but I don't wake up and tell myself, "Oh God, I just can't wait to like be rid of these kids." That would be a real issue. So like I said, 95% of my freshmen are great, and they're a pleasure to work with each day. All right.
Nice.
We're moving into our last segment. We'll make it quick.
The draft.
We have
Can I see
the
this
draft. Yeah, tee it up for us, big dog.
All right, I'm gonna tee it up. So the draft for this week, 5v5 draft, top 5 things that we would rather buy instead of courtside tickets to MSG for the NBA Finals. With the context being that the cheapest tickets to get in are approximately $3,800 to $5,000 plus per seat.
Yep.
With some of the most expensive tickets as you approach courtside being between $40,000 to, I looked it up just before we started recording, $150,000 for
right.
courtside.
I think that would be for Game 6 courtside.
That was Game 1 that I looked up.
Well, Game 1's in San Antonio.
No, well, shit. I guess those are expensive too.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. They're all expensive.
Maybe it was Game 2. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Okay, you start us off. What would you rather? What's like the I guess price that we're gonna set as like the average?
$100,000
for $100,000. Okay,
let's make it ridiculous. What would you rather buy with your $100,000 instead of some courtside seats?
Okay,
to the NBA Finals, Spurs.
You go first.
Knicks. All right.
Just so you know,
you go first.
Oh, okay.
I want to see what you pick first, and then I'll go.
Right.
It was a long pause.
I was going off the idea that it would be around $40,000 for a ticket, but it all works. It's totally fine. Oh, you're right. Okay. So with $40,000, I guess, or with whatever $100,000, I'm just going to start with thousands and thousands, probably upwards of 30,000 gallons of gas. I would just buy a shitload of gas because it sucks driving my truck anywhere right now. So is it the most fun pick? Is it the most hilarious pick? No. But I would just buy a crap ton of
practical.
gas.
We're starting practical. I like it. I like it. You know what? I'm going to start practical too. 100,000 Costco hot dogs. Everyone's getting hot dogs. You get a hot dog. Everyone listening to the podcast gets a hot dog. I actually don't even know if it's 100,000. Are they like $2? It might be like 50,000.
I think they're $1.50, right? Isn't it the hot dog combo that's never allowed to go up in price?
All right.
Hot dog and a drink. Okay. I'll go ahead and take a custom street legal golf cart. I've always wanted one. It's probably not going to be $100K for this, but I'd rather have a custom golf cart that I can drive around Temecula, like, then
I like the sound effects. Yeah.
right. Then going to a game of the finals. Even though I love the finals, I'd rather have a custom golf cart.
All right. I'm gonna go practical. 2 years of rent. 2 years of rent.
You would rather have 2 years of rent than one fantastic night in New York City watching the Knicks?
I absolutely would.
Okay.
Yes.
Fair.
Yeah. I'd probably still have money left over.
Yeah. Damn. 2 years of rent. I like it. I'm going to go with a pro to match my golf cart, a pro golf simulator set. And if you have $100K to spend, you can make that thing nice.
Nice.
So nice that you can use for years.
You know, who needs to win the Masters raffle? It's going to be so good. You're going to feel like you're at the Masters. You could smell the flowers and everything.
Right. I want VR. I want the 4D smells. Exactly.
Everything. Okay. I'm going to go with a billboard in Times Square that says, I almost bought Knicks tickets.
How long would it stay up for? Like a day?
I don't know.
Is it your face?
I actually don't even know how much that would cost. I'm guessing it's expensive, but
probably not as much as the tickets for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. I'm going to go a private chef for a year.
Okay. That's a good one. I like that.
That would make life just way easier. Private chef. I've always wanted to be a sports athlete in some way for that reason, is that I could have someone make my meals for me.
Got it.
And pay them for it.
You're not a real millennial in this economy unless if you have the opportunity to get tossed into this draft and you don't mention a down payment on a house.
Okay.
There you go.
Fair. How much you putting down? All 100K?
All of it. No, probably not all of it. No, I don't know. It depends on like the total value of the house and what makes the most sense.
Okay, fair. My last one, and maybe my best pick. I would much rather go to the Olympics 2028 and see all of those events, then go to the finals for one game. Even though I love basketball, I think going to the Olympics for weeks would be way better.
Yeah, I like that. A personal assistant for a year.
All right, 100K.
Probably,
all right.
Yeah, probably even I could probably get them for even more than a year for a personal assistant. But personal assistant.
There you go. All right, fair enough.
All the shit that I don't want to do.
Your best pick was the hot dogs. I will say that.
I mean, you get a wiener. Costco hot dogs.
You get a wiener.
You get a wiener.
Everybody gets a wiener. All right.
How many picks have I done so far?
You did 5.
That's 5?
Yeah.
Oh shit! We went through that fast.
All right. Tell us your picks. Tell everyone your picks one last time.
Can I read some of my?
Oh, sure.
The ones I didn't mention. 20,000 orders of chicken wings.
Okay.
Every Adam Sandler movie on Blu-ray 1,000 times.
Oh, I was gonna say that
chain. A diamond chain that says "Bad with Money." A gold toilet. A giant home aquarium with exotic fish. A vending machine empire. I actually don't even know how many vending machines we could afford with 100K, but we're getting a business started.
Okay. Smart.
A very solid used car
for 100K.
Yeah,
you can get
a brand new solid car.
Okay.
Okay, how about this? A very solid used luxury car.
Okay.
A family vacation to Europe.
I have that one too.
A year off from work.
Ooh. Okay, just time. Time itself.
Time.
Okay, I like it. I also had a fully kitted music studio for the garage with like a drum set and some guitars and some good speakers and stuff. Okay. I had the trip to Europe for a few months with the wife. I had probably upwards of 25 to 50 rounds of golf at Pebble Beach, which expensive for one round. Yeah, but I've always right.
I thought you get more out of it, to be honest.
Right, exactly. And a full sports bar in the garage or backyard.
I think that's a winner. I think that's the winner.
Building your own little sports bar for yourself in your house.
Mhm.
I've always wanted like a man den, so building that with 100K would be cool. All right. What do you think, Big Dog? We good?
We're good. We're good. Spurs in 5, baby. Spurs
All right.
in 5.
Spurs in 7, game 1 tomorrow. We'll be back next week with our thoughts on at least the first, probably 3-4 games by that point.
Yeah. It'll be good.
Yeah.
All right. Good episode. Let's have a good week. And it's good to be back.
All right.